Anime-based games were not quite as prevalent as movie and TV licensed games back in the late 80s and early 90s, but there certainly were a few here and there, mostly Japanese though. One, however, did make its way to the West, and that was
Zillion, released in 1987 on the Sega Master System by Sega. Will this one be 1 in a million? 1 in a zillion? Let's pop it in and find out.
Zillion is a tie-in game for the 1987 anime series of the same name, by Tatsunoko Productions. It ran for 31 episodes, and a physical Blu-ray is actually available. I gotta be honest, I'm kinda tempted. The story takes place on the planet Mars, in the year 2387. The Norza civilization, led by Empress Artemis, started a genocide program to kill all humans in order to lay eggs and reproduce on the planet. 3 mysterious guns appeared, called the Zillion weapon system, and 3 teen soldiers were then chosen to wield them as a task force, with the purpose to fight back against the Nozars. A sequel to the game, Zillion 2, was released in 1988, also on the Master System. After exiting your ship, you must blast your way through the onslaught of enemies until you reach the underground. There, you will encounter many rooms. In these rooms, there are capsules containing key codes and power-up items. There are also 5 floppy disks to be found. Anyone remember floppy disks? And you need all 5 to complete the game. As you rescue your friends, you can also play as them, 3 in total. This is very much a puzzle game, in the sense of figuring out how to navigate each room and using the codes to input in each room's computer. The codes include the following, most of which are self-explanatory, bar a few. Map display, laser barrier stop, sensor stop, moving walkway stop, auto gun stop, warp A, now that warps you back to the elevator at the underground's entrance, warp B, that warps you back to the nearest elevator, base explosion, that's story related, explosion cancel, that's also story related, and even a suicide option. One really cool thing to note is that your character's firearm is actually based off the Master System's own light phaser, which of course is Sega's light gun accessory, same way the NES has the zapper. I would have loved to use that light phaser in my opening, but they are very rare and I've never seen one on sale before, so the zapper had to do. Graphics are excellent and anime looking. They're bright, well-defined sprites make this a great looking game. The music is epic at points and it's really quite catchy. Most anime music is, to be honest. Now, a lot of people will find similarities with this to the NES's Metroid, and there's definitely some merit to that, but I find it to be way closer to a title I grew up with back in the day, on the NES. It was called Impossible Mission 2. It was an unlicensed game. I'm sure it was on computers as well. But gameplay wise, it's almost identical. Go down the elevator, you enter a room, you scan for objects, find codes, power-ups, to navigate that room or others. Now, granted, Zillion is a much more polished product, and Impossible Mission doesn't even have music. And one more thing on this game. Imagine hearing this as a young kid over and over and over again. Because I did. I actually really liked this game. So, there's a website called Lukey's Games, and that is where I got this one, a few years back now. So on pricing, it's not exactly rare, but I'd say it teeters on the edge of uncommon and sought after. It's not too easy to attain cheaply, and your carts are around 40 bucks, and box can set you back probably around 80. Not a zillion, but it's not cheap. And no, I won't stop making that joke.
So, that was Zillion, a unique puzzle platformer that sets out to do a lot, and it does it quite well. Having said that, it shall be inserting itself onto my shelf, just like a floppy disk from back in the day. Now, in retrospect, there are no bad games, but there are badly underrated anime series. One of my personal favourites is called The Twins of Destiny. It's about two children running across the world trying to escape being hunted by heartless eunuchs, and they need to save their fathers from imprisonment. Now, almost no one remembers this, but it had a big impact on me as a kid. I'm actually working on a little documentary about it, so if that's something you might be interested in, stick around. Now, on the flip side of that, next episode will be our final in the Master System series. And what a game to close out on. See you later.
Wow, there really are no bad games.